Good day, YouTube. It's June 3rd, 2024, and welcome back to the channel. What is this, you say? This is a 1953 Ford Golden Jubilee NAA tractor. The Golden Jubilee came out in 1953 to commemorate Ford's 50th year in the tractor industry. I thought it was in the automotive industry, but anyway, one or the other. But it was a one-year only deal. It's a badge only because the 54 tractors are the exact same, but they are not a Golden Jubilee as 53s are. It's a pretty cool tractor. Before I had my YouTube channel, I had restored first. I did a Ford 8N. I believe it was a 49 model. The 8Ns came out in, let's just go back. I also did a 2N. That was my last tractor. In fact, one of the last things I did before I sold that tractor was grade the ground where that shed is. I had a back blade for it, and then I sold it on, and life went on. But so the history on the N series tractors is the 9N came out in 39 and was built through 41, so I had a 3-year run. The 2N came out in 42, and it was really a way for Ford to raise their prices on their tractors, because 1942, World War II era, and price freezes went into effect for practically everything to eliminate price gouging during the war years. Ford wanted to raise their price on their 9N tractor, and they weren't allowed to, so they created the 2N tractor, which is virtually identical in every way to the 9N, but they created a few differences enough to justify a new model and a new price for the 2N. The 2N was built through 47. The 8N came out in 48. And was built through 52. 53, Golden Jubilee, was a substantially all-new tractor. However, the drivetrain components and so forth are really all the same. The body is similar but different and very beautiful, I believe. And one of the big things is the engine is now an overhead valve. It's 2.2 liter. It's 33 horsepower, something like that, where the 8N engine was like 24 horsepower. Of course, these are all, high torque, low RPM. They make their power at low RPM. You might think, oh man, my lawnmower's got 22 horsepower. Yeah, 3,600 RPM, but these make that kind of horsepower at like 1,600 RPM. They're just something above an idle. And that's what a tractor needs to do. It needs to do it all day long. So the bottom ends, everything about this engine, the 8N engines, being a flathead, weren't quite as efficient, weren't quite the power. They were still tough. They really were. That 2N engine, I bought that 2N tractor for $400 because the engine was locked up. I got it freed up, got it running, smoked like crazy, ended up rebuilding the engine. Super cheap to rebuild. Like at the time, like $105 worth of parts, rings, rod bearings, gaskets, all that stuff. And I went through that engine, not 100% rebuild, but rebuilt it, and it still had standard rings and bearings in it, and it was a 40 model, let's call it. This 53 was on my list when I was doing the N series tractors, again, just for fun, painting them up, make them pretty. I just loved the look of them, but this really stood out. I really loved the look of this. And I told myself, and I've been telling myself for a long time, if I ever do another tractor, it will be a 53 Golden Jubilee. There's no question about it. I have big plans for a color for this. It's going to be close to original, but it isn't going to be original. There's a lot of people that do kind of a variation on their paint on these, and I'm going to be one of them. This is pretty cool. The previous owner put a clutch in it a couple years ago. Tires are decent, but the standout, I don't know if you've picked up on it yet if you're a tractor guy, but look at that right up there. See that hose? See that cylinder right there? Power steering. somebody has pulled, and it's all got blue paint on it. Somebody pulled power steering components off of a blue Ford tractor, not sure what that would be, and put it on this 53. So this could be, it is, for me anyway, the only Golden Jubilee I've ever seen with power steering. And that intrigued me a lot. There's a story behind me getting this tractor, and I've already posted that video. In fact, I posted it today, June 3rd. So go back and find that. I think it's an interesting video. It was one I just had to make and post. I know this one's not posting until early August because I'm running, a couple months. I post them to air in a couple months. Let's just keep me sane and to keep you guys steady videos twice a week. Saturday, Sunday, 6 a.m. West Coast time. So you might ask yourself, well, does this thing run? Oh yeah. As Burt Reynolds would say, oh yeah. So let's back it off the trailer. I just took it to the car wash and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. This is, kind of in its work clothes, if you will. It was a user. It was a mower, grader. It did work up until last summer. Now it's kind of graduated or retired to the life of leisure with me because it's not going to have much work to do. But we might find something for it to do. We're going to fix it up, clean it up, make it pretty, not make it perfect, make it pretty, but leave it to, it could still be used. If it got a scratch in it, I wouldn't be happy, but I wouldn't cry. How's that for an example? The headlights I got in a box, we might put those on, even though there's no wire to them yet. We'll do that someday, but might just put them on to make the tractor look complete and make sure the box I have with the headlights in it doesn't get broken or something. So let's get this thing unhooked and get it off the trailer. Here we go. Never driven it. I've only started it twice today. Key. Let's have a look. 12-volt conversion. Muffler needs replacing. She just runs great. Yeah, like I say, 12-volt conversion. Needs a muffler and tailpipe. That'd be a easy fix. We're gonna have to put a grill in it because it had a loader on it. You can see the spot for the pump. I even got the drive shaft for the front of the crank to run that pump, but we'll take that bracket off. and we'll buy a new grill for it. This one's kind of goofed up here a little bit. Looks like it's had a little body work put back together. It's a wall hanger kind of deal, but we want to make it pretty up front, especially that's the money shot, right? Like I say, I'll stick those headlights back in and make those look correct till at one time we get wiring back to it someday, one day. Again, that pump, the return line, pressure line, the steering gear, and all the components. That's a pretty cool upgrade. It's got the proof meter. It's got gauges. They're not great shape. We'll probably put new ones in. Nice backlit gauges. Marine gauges or something that's really designed to be outside. I'm hoping to kind of park this under the carport where the 140 is. We'll do some cleanup there this summer and move the wood out and stuff and make room for everything. I think it'll fit fine. Tires are nice. They'll clean up real good. And, you know, I might take this to a tractor show once or twice a year or something. That'd be fun. It has one script fender and one non-script fender. Not sure what's going on. It's in pretty good shape. We got a little bit of, I don't know if that's rust or a crack or a dent or something. This would be, I think, for a backup work light, which we may add. Yep. All the hydraulics, PTO, everything works great. Man, I wish it had a Sherman transmission, but it does not. Someone's kind of painted on this red paint, and when I had it at the car wash, it's blowing off pretty easy. So, but that's okay. It was protecting what was under it, and we can deal with that. So, need to service it. Need to round up some parts. So I'm not going to do a canister oil filter anymore. I'm going to order a adapter and use spin-on filters. Yeah, these front tires are seen better days. So I'll get that adapter coming. I just took a glance in on the spark plug. Let's see if they've been in there for a while, and they have. And so I'll order those. I looked them up yesterday online. I don't have any on the shelf because I do have a bunch of Autolite plugs and stuff, and that's probably what I'll put in here. Somebody did put MSD plug wires on this thing. I was going to make some plug wires for it, and but I can't even make them that good, so I think we'll run with that. I plan to put Pertronix electronic ignition in it. We'll have a look at the condition of the points. If they're questionable, we'll do it quickly. If those points are kind of okay, then we'll probably run with that. I hear the fan clicking the shroud, so if it doesn't self-clearance itself, we'll have to figure out where it is clicking and massage that just a little bit. Didn't really see any leaks. There's no leaks on my trailer, so I think we're good to go there. These are really important, these rubber boots, to keep them there and keep them tight. So I'll get one coming, because otherwise you stand a chance of leaking water into the transmission, and you don't want that. So that's a cheap piece of insurance, so we'll get that coming. This thing steers with one finger. That's fantastic. It's really nice. There's just a tiny little bit of play in it, but hell, we won't worry about that. So it's been many years since I've dealt with the lift, the draft, and all that stuff. I'm gonna have to play with this for a little while, so I'll do that off camera to save the embarrassment, because like I said, it's been a long time since I've had an N-series tractor. I didn't pull a transmission dipstick yet, or the hydraulics. In fact, that stick, I think that's the stick. Yeah, it's broken. Let's see what we got. Yeah, she's a little milky, so we're gonna get that replaced quickly. And that's what happens when they sit out. Transmission, I'm trying to think. There's plugs on the side, that one right there, to check the level. Wish it had a dipstick too, that'd be cool. front tires on these are cheap, but the back tires I made sure to get close-up photos and stuff of, because that's $1,200 to put a pair of those on. So yeah, all these levers, I'm not, don't remember. We'll figure it out. It's a brake lock here, so you can lock the brakes on. Brakes seem to work. That's awesome. So guys, that's a once over. I think I'll fiddle with this thing for a little bit, kind of get to know it, kind of get on one-on-one with it, make up a list, get a few parts coming. This is not going to be a bring it in the shop and let's get on it kind of thing. This is get one secured so that I have one, and we'll do the important things first, and we'll just kind of take it slow, make it run great. Probably change the fuel out. I'll probably put avgas in it, just because the fuel will last for years and years, more than non-ethanol and all that jazz. I put 5 gallons of avgas in the golf cart. It's blue gas. It's pretty cool. It was $6.35 a gallon, so it's a couple bucks more than regular gas. And yeah, blue gas. But if this golf cart sits around forever, like for years, it'll fire right up. Gas just doesn't go bad. Airplane gas just doesn't go bad. It does have a little lead in it, so no catalytic converters, please. But you just said catalytic converter back in 1953, and anybody know what you were talking about? Okay, so guys, introduce the Golden Jubilee. I'm pretty happy to have acquired one. Again, it was a process that I did make a video about, of acquiring this and things like this. A few things on this are going to bug me until I fix them. That bolt's going to bug the daylights out of me, so we're going to get a couple bolts and make that right. But really, this tractor's in great shape. It would go right to work today. It's kind of a dream machine for me. This is the one that I want forever. It's not going to be a fix up and sell kind of thing. We're just going to restore it over time. I would clean it up, spend a few hours with it or something, and take it to a show this weekend, just in its work clothes like it is. All right, guys, so I think let's just end it here, and I'll give you updates of stuff along the way as we get little things done, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Golden Jubilee 1903 to 1953. Yep. If it doesn't say Golden Jubilee on the front, it's not. Catch you guys on the next video. You know, bonus footage here. I should take you for a ride. What was I thinking? Let's hop on. I got time. If I can do this one-handed without dying. Alright. Yeah. Nuke Trail key on. I always forget it because it's hiding. Got a little chokage there. Fire right up. First gear over and forward. Probably goes second gear. Transmission's cold. Pounds of oil pressure. Look at this, one finger steering on a 50s tractor. gas valve all the way. It was not open all the way. See if that was it. If it dies again, then well, we'll go on to the next. Checking the brakes. U-turn. Just turn into sharply. I can stop that brake. Oh yeah. I think the gas valve just wasn't on all the way. $1,500 RPM, Glenn, are you crazy? Self-clearance fan, I think. Hope that's all it is. She's slapping something silly. Fan's really close on this right side. It'll be fine. About third gear. Super turn. Let's park it out back. Feels like it could rain again. Guys, that's probably a good place to stop our little tour. I actually pulled the choke while I was doing that, and it didn't come back. So I think it's ignition, like the points need a little file in or something. So I think I'll do that real quick. But yeah, just want to take you for a ride. Pretty cool. Pretty happy with it. Very happy with it. I mean, it steers. That's amazing. I just can't believe it. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Let me go get a point file.